start with the core Java here. What is Java? Java, it is a very high level object oriented programming language. And you know the Java history, right? Java did start the development in 1991 by James Gosling and under Sun Microsystem organization. The initial name of Java they given as Oak, but later in 1995 they renamed Oak as Java. Why Java? The symbol is coffee cup. Behind that there is funny history. Then coming to next, why Java so popular? Because of its good features. Then what are the features in Java? Java, it is the first programming language is platform independent. That's called write once, run anywhere. Java is very simple. Java provides more security as compared to Python, PHP, and .NET. Java is object oriented, and Java is multi-threading programming language. Java application always robust in architecture, robust in nature. Java, it is a distributed programming language. It supports to dynamic changes. It means this is, you can simply say, dynamic programming language. And Java application always give us the high performance. Then today we'll start with the basic terminology. The first point comes here. What is meant by class? Class, it means it's a predefined template. It is a collection of objects, variables, and method. You can simply say class. It means it is a collection of objects, variables, and methods. Then best example of class, we'll consider class name as product. See, here product is our class, and class first letter always must be capital. Then coming to next it is an object. Object, it means instance of a class. Object, it means instance of a class. Best example of object, we'll consider product is our class. Then here I am passing product equal to new product. Whenever you are going to consider here new product, it means this is the class. But whenever new keyword comes, you can simply say the product is our object, and object I will start with the lowercase. Now coming to next is method. Method, it means perform some task, show some behavior. Perform some task. The best example of method here, like we are giving the method name as void show. Show is our method. But instead of void, if you are using here int, then appropriate type of value you need to return here. If you are passing here string, then you need to return here string type of value in Java. See, again, if you are passing here boolean, then definitely you need to return here either true or false. Okay, but if you are giving void is return type, it does not return single thing. Then void is a return type, and show it is a method, and the method always start with the lowercase. Now coming to next is variables in Java. Then variable means storage. Store some data, store some results, store some value. In Java, there are three types of variable available. The first one is instance variable. Then second is static variable, and third is, you can simply consider local variable. Instance variable, it means always declared with class level, and static variable always declared with the class level, but must be static. It means static variable you are not able to declare inside method or block. Static variable always declare with the class level only. Then see, local variable, it means you can simply declare inside method or block. Then variable based example, I am giving here integer emp id. Emp id is a variable, type is integer, and the value we have given 121, and we use here assignment operator. It means emp id, the value is 121, and the variable always start with the lowercase. Now coming to next is data types in Java. There are two types available. First one is primitive type, and the second one is see, there is available byte, short, int, long, then you can say float. This will be double, char, and boolean. Those are the 8 primitive type available in Java. And non-primitive, there is string, then array, interface, and class. See, data type, it means we are able to define the effect. See, today we have started with the basic terminology in Java. Like first one is class. Class, it means it is a collection of objects, variables, and methods. The best example of class is our product is a class name, and class first letter must be capital. Now coming to object. Object, it means instance of a class. You can simply say it's a reference of class, right? Yeah. Then whenever new keyword comes, then definitely this will be the object. And object start with the lowercase. Now coming to method. Method, it means perform some task, show some behavior. Here is wide show is a method. Method start with the lowercase. And here wide is return type. It does not return any single thing. Next is variable. Variable, it means storage. Store some data, store some value, store some result. In Java, there are three types of variable available, like instance variable, static variable, and local variable. Instance variable always declare with the class level. Static variable declare with the class level, but must be static. And local variable declare inside method or block. Then here is the best example of variable. We have given empid is a variable. Variable start with the lowercase, but the type is int, and the value is 121. Then coming to next, data types in Java, there is available two types available, like primitive and non-primitive. Under primitive, there are 8, like byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and boolean. Non-primitive, there is string, array, interface, and class. Then whatever we have seen here, basic terminology, we'll see in our practical approach. For that perspective, I'm just coming to Eclipse here, and we'll create our Java application. See, here you can simply come with the file, then coming to new dynamic web project. The application name I'm giving here core Java. See, our application is created successfully. Then coming to src main Java, simply right click on that new package. The package name I'm giving here com.fullstack.core. Com, it means OS level core level package. Full stack, it means our company name, and core, it means we are learning the here core Java. And package, all letters we are giving as a lowercase. Now simply click on finish. See, our package also created successfully. Now right click on package, new Java class. I'm just creating the basic Java class here, like arithmetic application. Arithmetic application. Here we'll do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Then here is our main method. See how to do addition of two number here. You can simply use the two variable, integer n1 and n2. But n1 I want to give as 20, n2 I am giving here 10, and the result variable we are giving initially 0. Then the logic is very simple, like result equal to n1 plus n2. Here we are doing addition of two number. Then by using printing statement, we are just trying to print this result. And whenever you are going to print the result, simply say this is like addition result. Then definitely it will print 20 plus 10, it will be 30. Because here we are doing the addition of two number, right? N1 plus N2. N1 is 20. 20 plus N2 is 10. 20 plus 10, it will be 30. See one screen. Run a Java application. Here is the output. Addition result as 30. Then if you want to debug this program, simply add the breakpoint at line number 7. How to add breakpoint? Just double click here. See, this is called breakpoint here. Okay. Now simply right click, go ahead with the debug as Java application, and simply click on switch. Inside main method, first line only, I added the breakpoint here. Breakpoint 5 we added because we are trying to debug the application. Always good developer, they will recommend go ahead with the debug application. Why? Because we are able to understand the flow line by line execution of our program. I'm just pressing function F6 for next line. See, what is the value of N1? 20. What is the value of N2? 10. Then N1 plus N2, you can simply select it and do Ctrl Shift I. See, it will print the result is 30. See one screen. I hope you are able to see the value is 30 available there. N1 plus N2 equal to 30. It means once we are going to debug the program, then and then we are able to understand how the program goes the line by line execution there. Then coming to next again, F6 for next line. Then here is value available for result as a 30. See one screen. Here is result value also available 30. Then now line number 11, if you are going to execute it by using function F6 again, it will print the addition result here 30. Then again we'll come back to our Java mode here, and I want to do like subtraction, multiplication and division. See, Java code is very easy, it's not the complex. Okay, here is multiplication and the last one is division. Then here we are just going to say this will be subtraction, then this will be multiplication, and the last one it will be division. Perfect. Simply do run a Java application. See, it will print the output like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now again, if you want to start with the debug mode, simply come with the line number 7, add the breakpoint there. Simply do debug a Java application, F6 for next line. See, function F6 for next line, right? Then if you want to check what is the N1 and N2, N1 plus N2, Control Shift I, it will give us the 30. Then definitely like result is 30 here, then addition result it will be 30. Now coming to next, N1 minus N2, right? N1 minus N2. Then N1 is 20, 20 minus 10, it will be 10 only, right? See, here is value available 10. Then line number 15, it will print subtraction result as 10, function F6. See, here is available subtraction result. Now I want to go ahead with the next breakpoint. I don't want to debug the multiplication result. How to go next breakpoint? Simply press function F8. See, F8. It will go to line number 23 directly. F6 if I am pressing, it will go to next line. F8 it means next breakpoint. See, function F8. It jumping to 23. Like inside whatever we have available, it goes to execution there, right? Now N1 is 20, 20 by 10. Then here is the output 2. Okay. Now function F6, it will print the division result also 2. Then in this program, we declare the variable like integer N1, N2 and result. Those are the variable. And those which type of variable we declared inside method, that's called local variable. Then N1, N2 result, those are the variable. And the type is, that type we are using here integer. But if I am using here double, then also fine. But it will add ending with the pointing value. 0.0 it will add there always. See, if I am adding here instead of double float, then also it will goes to work without any issue. See, but ending with, it will add the pointing value. See, here is ending with adding the pointing value. Then I hope like you got some clarity here, how to do like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, how to declare the variables in Java as well. Then coming to next program, similar program we are going to create, but there I want to create the separate functions. Okay, similar output, same output it will give us, but each functionality I will create the separate function. Then see on screen, I am just creating here new Java class, and the Java class name I am giving here advanced arithmetic example. See, our Java class is created successfully, and here I am creating the like method integer add, and we are passing two input parameter, integer n1 comma integer n2. Then here we are not using void as return type, we are using here integer, right? If you are using void, there is no any compilation problem. But if you are using integer, then yes, you need to return here corresponding value. I'm using return n1 plus n2. See, next I'm using void, and this will be our subtraction. Then once you are using void, then void is a return type, it does not return a single thing, but rather than void, appropriate type of value we must want to return here. Now I'm just passing here syso, and I want to say this will be subtraction result, and we are passing here two parameter, right? Like integer, you can say n1 comma separated integer n2, and here you can say n1 minus n2, because this is subtraction result we are going to say slash n, you can say this will be subtraction result. Perfect. Now coming to next I want to say this will be double, you can say like this is multiplication result, integer n1 comma integer n2. Simply to return, this will be n1 multiplied by n2. Now we are creating one more method. This is method I'm declaring as float. This will be division. Then here I am passing integer n1, integer n2. Do return This will be n1 by n2. This way we have created here number of methods, right? Like 4 methods we have created as per our business requirement rather than main method, right? Then here void is return type. It does not return a single thing, but rather than void, appropriate type of value we must want to return here. Then now there is one method I am adding as a static. Which method? Multiplication method. I am giving static. Once you create the method as static, then if you want to call within main method, then you not want to worry about to create the object. Suppose I want to call add method, I am not able to call. But if I want to call multiplication method, I am able to call here. Why? Because multiplication is a method. This is static. And once you create the static method, then if you want to call within main method, then you not need to worry about to create the object. But if I want to call here add method, it will give us the problem. What is the problem? They will suggest you can create the object, otherwise change add to static method actually. It means they are suggesting you can give here also static, then there is no issue. But I don't want to give the static for addition result. Then I need to create the object. Then how to create object? Then your class name, then this is the class name and this is our object equal to new. Whenever new keyword comes, you can simply say this is the object, and to object always start with the lowercase. Object always start with the, see, first application we have created as a arithmetic application here, and in this arithmetic application first we have declared the variable here, then the variable we have declared the type as float here. Then if you are using float, it will give us the pointing value result. Then here this is the logic for addition, and here we are just trying to print it. Same, this is for subtraction logic, we are trying to print it. And once we are going to run a Java application, we are giving the hardcode value as 20 and 10 as an input here, n1 as a 20 and n2 as a 10. Now simply to run a Java application, see here is available our output. Like 20 plus 10 will be 30, 20 minus 10 will be 10, 20 into 10 it will be 200, and 20 by 10 it will be 2. And always it gives us the pointing value. The reason behind that, we given here float as a data type. This is our primitive type. Now same example, but each function we have created this separate function here, right? Like addition, subtraction, then multiplication and division. Then here, why we created the separate functions? Because we are trying to understand here, if you are declaring any method as void, it does not return any single thing. But rather than void, if you are giving int, if you are giving double, if you are giving float, then return keyword is mandatory there. Appropriate type of value you need to return here. But if you are giving void, then you don't require to return anything here. Fine. And one more concept we learn here. Once you declare any method as static, like here is multiplication and division method as static, then you not need to create the object to call within main method. This is the scope of our main method actually. Okay. Within main method, we are calling here addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division functionality. But addition and subtraction, we need the object. How we have created the object? By using new keyword, and object always start with the lowercase. But multiplication and division, we don't require the object because of both are the static method. Okay. Now any questions? Last part, it means this one, right? You are expecting. See, why we created the separate functions here? Because upcoming sessions, you are going to work on real-time projects. Suppose I have available the project here actually. I will show you this project. Yeah. Then see, such a number of functionality you are going to work on, right? Yeah. Then this is, we have started with the very basics, right? Then once we are going to create, like, you can simply consider like advanced functionality, right? And definitely we need to create the separate functions. Like within main method only, we are not going to write the entire logic. That's why, like, such a functionality we are going to create this separately, like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Then once you are using return type as void, then it does not return any single thing. But rather than void, if you are giving here int, if you are giving here double, if you are giving here float, then appropriate type of value you need to return here actually. But keep in mind, once you given as void, then void is a return type. It does not return a single thing. And the one more concept we learn here, static concept. Static, it means once we declare like any method with static, like here is multiplication and division is static method. Then whenever we are going to call within main method, then you not going to create the object to call within main method. Okay. See, we haven't created the object here. We haven't created object. But if I'm not giving a static, then yes, you need to go to object. Which is the object? We have here object name as, see, this is the object here, advanced arithmetic example. Then you can simply give such a way. Then and then you are able to run the Java application. Okay. But if it's static method, then you don't require the object here. I hope you got the solution that as well, right? And again, you can simply try run a Java application. It will give us the output whatever we are expecting. Okay. If it's double a floating value, it will give us the pointing result there. Okay. Again, any questions? Next is, we'll start with the static concept here. Static concept in Java. See, static, it is a reserved keyword in Java. In Java, there are total 58 reserved keyword available. Static is a variable. Second, static is a method. Third, static is a, you can simply consider as a class. And the fourth one is static is a block. We'll finish today's static concept also here. Yeah. See, static variable always declared with class level. Declared with class level. Static method, you can simply say, once you create method as static, then not need to create the object to call within main method. Not need to create object to call within main method. There is two more research available. Once you declare the method as static, we are able to overload, but we can't override it. We have separate session available for oops concept. There is available method overload and override concept. I will take care of this static method in there as well. Today you can simply try to understand. Once you declare any method as static, then we don't need to create the object to call within main method. Static class, it means outer class, never static. And inner class will be declared as static, but inner class will be declared as static. And static block, it always execute before main method. Always execute before main method. Now we'll come up with our practical approach. Then here I am creating the one scenario, and in this scenario I will ask the questions for you all. You can try to give me answer here. Static example. See, we have, this is main method. I'm just creating static void. You can simply say this is show method here. One more method I'm going to create here void. You can say this will be like display method. And here I am creating one static block, and in that I'm just trying to print here India. I am just printing like random words here, whatever we want. Here I'm just giving Java. Then here I'm giving, this will be, you can say like React.js. Right. And here also I'm passing this ISO, and there I'm passing full stack. Now we have available static method, which is the static method. Show is the static method. Without creating the object, we are able to call. Now I want to call the method as, you can simply say display method, but display I'm not able to call here. How to call display method? Display is non-static method, right? Then we need to create the object. How to create object? Give the class name, object equal to new. See here, ex is the object. Object name, you can give any name of your object. Okay. Then I'm calling ex.display. Now tell me, what will be the output sequence? Anyone have any idea about that? What will be the output of this program? Sequence I'm asking. There will be output, but what will be the sequence? Program just for 59 of program available there, right? Yes. This will be interactive session because upcoming days you are going to work on project, right? That's why I want to ask some questions as well. Yeah. You can just add in text in chat box, okay? Whatever you want to suggest the output, you can simply add within chat box. What will be the output of this program? What is the sequence? Yes, program, it will be available in front of you. I will maximize the size of screen. Yes. Just add in chat box, no worries, okay? You are freshers. If you are giving wrong answer, that will be acceptable. No? I'm waiting for like others as well. Please try your best level to give the output in chat box. Okay, I'm checking now. Okay? See, I will suggest how the output comes here. First, it will execute the static block. Why? Because static block always execute before main method. It means it will print the India, and after that, it will follow the main method sequence. Main method sequence, it means like full stack, then display method. What is the output there? React.js, and then it will come up with the show. It means Java. See on screen. It will give us the output such a way. See, India full stack React.js Java, and if you have available more than one static block, right? Suppose we have one more static block available here, and there is available Pune. Then whatever static block come first now, it will give the priority for first, and then it will give us the second priority for second static block. See one screen. Now Pune, India, and then it will follow the main method sequence. See, main method sequence, it means whatever line of code comes, right? Method comes. Accordingly, it will goes to print. That's called main method sequence. But static block, it always execute before main method. And if there is more than one static block, then whatever come first, it will go the more priority, and then second priority for next static block. I hope you got the solutions as well here for static block, right? Then see, static variable, you can always declare with the class level. Then here, I want to create static variable here. See, I'm just trying to create static. Even I'm not able to add the word as well static there, right? Yeah. Int I am passing here, this will be emp id equal to 121. And if I'm trying to declare a static, it will give us the problem. See on screen. Because static variable always declare with the class level, not inside method or block. See, here is it. We are able to declare a static variable. Then I hope you got the clarity of static variable. Declare with the class level, but must be static. That's called static variable. Now coming to next, static method. Not need to create the object to call within main method. See, here is it. Like show it which type of method? Static method there, right? Then once you are giving static method, then here you don't require the object. Like object is ex. We don't require the ex dot show here, right? See, we don't require. Why? Because show is a static method. Then once you declare any method with static, like show, we have declared the method as static. Then not need to create the object to call within main method. See, the same theory available here. Once you declare the method as static, then not need to create the object, not need to create object, call within main method. Not need to create object, call within main method here. Okay. See the best example here. Show is our static method. Then we haven't created the object like ex.show. Now coming to next, static class, outer class never static, but inner class will be declared as static. Then see, here I am creating the one more class name as customer. And here we are just declaring the customer class as static. See, customer class will declare as a static. It will give us a compilation problem. It means outer class never static. You can simply declare the inner class as static. Inner class, it means you can simply say nested class, class within class. See, this is called inner class. Within customer, we are declaring the class name as product here, right? Yeah, and product is our which type of class? Product is our static class. In short, you can simply say like outer class never static, but inner class will be declared as static. Now coming to next is static block. Static block always execute before main method. See, here is our static block. This is called static block. Here also we have static block, and static block always execute before main method, always. But in which scenario we are going to static block? If you want to do pre-initialization before giving the call for main method, if you want to initialize something, right, then we are using static block. The best example, once we'll start with the advanced Java, and if you want to like connect with the database, such as database establishment of code, right? Establish the database connection, such type of code we are going to add within static block, because before execute the main method, our database connection will be established there. Like such a real-time scenario in upcoming sessions we are going to work on. Okay, yeah. Then today's session, whatever we learned here only basics of Java, like basic terminology partition by class, object, then method, variable, and that types, right? Then class, it means it's a predefined template. It is a collection of objects, variables, and methods. Here is the best example of class. Class name as product, and product P is capital here. Like class first letter must be capital. Object, it means instance of a class, and whenever we are creating the object, we are using new keyword. Then definitely object start with the lowercase. Yes, if you want to give the product as your object name, you can give, but object start with the lowercase, and your class first letter must be capital. Now coming to next is method. Method, it means perform some task, show some behavior. Here is the method name as show, and method start with the lowercase. Then method we declare as a void return type here. Void is a return type, but it does not return a single thing. But rather than void, if you are using integer, then definitely you need to return here integer type of value. Either you can return 0, 1, 2, whatever, right? Yeah. If you are giving a string, then definitely you need to return string type of value in double quotes. Now coming to next is a variable. Variable, it means storage, store some data, store some value, store some result. In Java, there are three types of variable available, like instance variable, static variable, and local variable. Instance variable always declare with the class level. Static variable declare with the class level, but must be static. Local variable declared inside method or block. And here is the best example of our variable, like empid is a variable start with the lowercase. And the type we have defined primitive type as an integer. Coming to next is the types in Java. There are two types available, like primitive and non-primitive. Under primitive, there are 8: byte, short, int, long, float, double char, and boolean. And non-primitive, there is available string, array, interface, and class. Then as per our business requirement, number of times we are going to use those basic terminology. And the same notes I am sharing in our group chat. Coming to next, here we learn the concept name as static concept in Java. Static, it is a reserved keyword in Java. Like static is a variable, static is a class, static is a method, static is a block. Then static variable always declare with the class level, but must be declared as static. See, but must be declared as static. Static variable always, you can simply say, declare as a class level, but must be static. Method, once you declare any method as static, then you not need to worry about to create the object to call within main method. It means you can directly call the static method within main. Why? Because our main method also static. Then here is the show method, right? We don't require to create the object to call within main method. How? Because show is static, main method also static. Static, it will be accessing statically. Coming to next, class. Once you declare static class, then outer class never static, but inner class we are able to declare as a static. And static block, it always execute before main method. Okay. Any questions with this static concept? Like we'll consider the banking application, and we'll try to like do deposit money, withdraw money, transfer money. Sorry, and whenever transfer money, right, we are just trying to generate the OTP as well, and OTP, it will be 4-digit OTP, and at the end we'll try to perform logout functionality as well. Then uh, before going ahead with this assessment, I will teach you control statement in Java: if else, nested if else, switch case, and then we'll go to the control flow as well, for loop, while loop, and to while loop. And once it's done, then we'll start with our first assessment here actually. Like this will be our problem statement. Fine. This is for your learning curve assessment. We haven't started any client assessment yet. Okay. But before client assessment, we'll start with the basic assessment here. And once you are able to perform such assessment, then you will get the chance to work on our live project. Then I'm sharing this assessment also with you in our group chat after this session. And there is one more announcement actually. Deployed our full stack portal actually on server. I hope you are able to see my screen. And there we are creating, if you are coming with here, right? We are creating like this is tutorial kind of website. This is HTTP domain website actually. and those who are the good performer, they will get the chance to work on this website directly. Okay, because everything is dynamic, we are performing here. Suppose if you want to add anything new here, you will be able to add. Suppose you want to add any video here, everything we are able to add from our dynamic view only. Okay, now if you want to add here any menu, right? See, suppose here we are not able to see the developer live. If you want to add such a menu here, you can simply come up with the admin. This is admin panel actually, and now I'm just going to add here, this will be developer live, right? Just click on submit. Once you click on submit, see, the menu goes to add here actually, right? And if you are not able to see this menu, 1 second, yeah, we'll just try to create menu here. I'm giving this will be developer live. Just click on save changes. Yeah, here is okay. It will goes to close, and you will be able to see in pending status available there, right? Then we need to click on active. But before that, if you are coming with here, see, developer live menu is not available there. And once I am going to make as active, then within seconds you will be able to see the developer live menu available there. See, here is developer live menu available, right? Yeah, like such a good things we are going to work on, like content I have available, like you will get to chance work on such a application, and there will be we are going to play with HTML5, JavaScript, CSS, Bootstrap as well. Okay, and sometimes if you are good in Java, you will get the chance to work from Java side as well. This is just like announcement I am giving, like last date means yesterday. We have published our portal as well. Okay, and this is the official website available there actually. Like you are able to see Java T point, W3 School, tutorials fund, right? The same website we are going to add here also. Then definitely those who are like giving 100% time on internship, they will get the chance to work on real-time clients also in upcoming days. Then this is my recommendation. You can try to like give more. I have started here actually, and we learned the static concept in Java, right? And the basic terminology, class, object, methods, variable, and data types. And the assessment I will share with you. If you have some background, you can start work on assessment. But if you don't have any background, I will teach you the assessment also from scratch itself. Okay, but try to invest your time and try to ask your questions through